Welcome to Factory Automation Future, where today we reveal the mesmerizing journey of transforming raw onions into premium culinary powder. Onions are a fundamental ingredient in global cuisines, yet few people understand the massive industrial scale required to process them. From the savory soups in your bowl to the seasoning on your chips, onion powder provides that essential depth of flavor. To meet this global demand, factories must operate around the clock, processing thousands of tons of raw material every single week. We begin our journey at the source, tracing the raw ingredients from vast agricultural lands to the center of automation excellence. These vast fields represent the starting point of our process, where nature and advanced farming technology work in perfect harmony together. Specialized harvesting machines traverse the landscape, gently lifting the bulbs from the earth while minimizing damage to the delicate vegetable skins. The harvesting mechanism includes an initial sorting system that allows loose soil and rocks to fall back to the ground immediately. Efficiency is key in modern agriculture, as harvesters offload their cargo directly into transport trucks without ever stopping their forward momentum. Within minutes, tons of fresh onions are loaded and ready for the journey, ensuring the freshest possible product reaches the factory. The logistics fleet operates like a well-oiled machine, transporting the harvest quickly to prevent spoilage and maintain high-quality standards. Upon arrival at the processing facility, each truck undergoes a quick inspection before proceeding to the designated raw material unloading zones. Hydraulic lifts tilt the trailers, releasing tons of onions into the intake hoppers in a display of raw industrial power. From the intake pit, heavy-duty conveyor belts take over, transporting the raw bulbs into the heart of the automated processing plant. Inside the facility, a complex network of automated belts distributes the onions to the initial cleaning and sorting stations efficiently. Powerful air blowers strip away loose skins and light debris, ensuring that only the solid bulbs proceed to the washing stage. The onions are then submerged in agitated water tanks, where bubbles and currents work to scrub away any remaining soil particles. Underwater jets propel the produce forward, ensuring every single onion is fully rotated and cleaned from all possible angles. Rotating brush rollers provide a mechanical scrubbing action, gently removing any stubborn dirt that survived the initial water bath soaking. A final high-pressure rinse with fresh water ensures the onions are perfectly clean before they enter the critical peeling phase. Advanced optical sorters scan every individual onion, using lasers to detect internal rot or external defects in a fraction of a second. Compressed air jets instantly eject any defective produce, guaranteeing that only the highest quality onions are used for the final powder. The clean onions now enter the automated peeling station, where precision blades score the outer skin without cutting into the flesh. Bursts of air remove the papery outer layers, leaving us with perfectly peeled onions, ready for the root removal process. Computer vision systems identify the exact orientation of each bulb, guiding the automated cutters to remove the roots and tops. High-speed circular saws slice off the inedible parts with surgical precision, separating the waste stream from the premium product line. The result is a stream of pristine white onions, perfectly prepped and inspected, ready for the slicing and dehydration stages. Human oversight remains crucial, as skilled workers perform a final visual check to catch any imperfections the machines might have missed. Elevators lift the onions to the top of the slicing tower, using gravity to feed them into the high-capacity slicers below. Inside the slicer, centrifugal force pushes the onions against stationary blades, instantly transforming solid bulbs into uniform, thin rings. Uniform slice thickness is critical for consistent drying, ensuring that every piece dehydrates at the exact same rate later on. Vibrating conveyors spread the fresh slices into a single, even layer, maximizing surface area exposure for the upcoming drying process. At this stage, the water content is very high, and the pungent aroma of fresh onions fills the processing area completely. We now enter the heart of the operation, the massive dehydration tunnels, where the transformation from fresh vegetable to spice begins. The slices enter the multi-stage dryer, where they will be exposed to carefully controlled temperature zones and varying airflow velocities. Hot air circulates through the conveyor bed, penetrating the onion layers to evaporate moisture efficiently without burning the delicate product. Sensors monitor humidity levels in real time, allowing the automated system to adjust burner intensity and fan speed for optimal results. As the onions travel through the tunnel, they lose over 90% of their weight, concentrating their flavor and natural sugars. The multi-pass system drops the onions onto lower belts, flipping them over to ensure that no damp spots remain hidden. Huge industrial fans maintain a constant airflow, carrying the moisture-laden air out of the tunnel and through exhaust filtration systems. Emerging from the dryer, the onions are now crisp, golden flakes, having been preserved perfectly for long-term storage and milling. A simple snap test confirms the texture is perfect. The flakes are brittle and dry, ready for the grinding and milling phase. Before grinding, the hot flakes must be cooled down to room temperature to prevent condensation and ensure a consistent powder texture. Powerful magnets are positioned over the line to capture any potential metal contaminants, a critical safety step in food processing. The dried flakes are now fed into high-speed hammer mills, where the physical transformation from flake to fine powder takes place. Inside the mill, rotating hammers impact the dried onions at high velocity, shattering them into microscopic particles in an instant. The entire milling system is fully enclosed to prevent valuable product loss and to keep the factory environment free of dust. Vibrating sieves separate the powder by particle size, ensuring that only the finest dust makes it to the final packaging stage. Coarse particles are recirculated back to the mill for regrinding, maximizing yield and ensuring zero waste in the production line. The final product is a free-flowing, consistent powder with a concentrated flavor profile that is significantly stronger than fresh onions. Quality assurance technicians collect samples at regular intervals to perform rigorous testing in the on-site laboratory facilities. The laboratory is equipped with state-of-the-art instruments to analyze moisture content, flavor potency, and microbiological safety of the powder. Microscopic analysis confirms the uniformity of the grind, which is essential for how the powder will dissolve and cook later. Precise moisture control is vital. If the powder is too damp, it will clump, but if too dry, it loses flavor. Microbiological testing guarantees that the product meets strict international food safety standards before it is released for packaging. Approved powder is transported pneumatically to the packaging hall, keeping it in a closed loop to maintain absolute purity and hygiene. Automated packaging machines open heavy-duty industrial bags, preparing them to receive exact quantities of the finished onion powder. High-speed fillers dispense the powder, while integrated scales weigh the product in real time to ensure precise accuracy for every bag. Heat sealers instantly bond the bag opening, creating an airtight barrier that locks in the aroma and freshness for shipping. Robotic palletizers take over the heavy lifting, stacking the finished bags onto shipping pallets with tireless speed and geometric precision. Once stacked, the pallets are wrapped in protective film to stabilize the load and provide an extra layer of hygiene security. Forklifts move the ready-to-ship pallets into the massive warehouse where they await distribution to food manufacturers around the world. For the retail market, a separate line handles smaller containers designed to bring this essential spice directly to your home kitchen. Rotary fillers operate at incredible speeds, filling hundreds of jars per minute to keep up with consumer demand in supermarkets. Capping and labeling machines finish the retail packages, applying the final branding that customers will recognize on the store shelves. Automated case packers group the jars into boxes, sealing them ready for shipment to grocery stores and distribution centers nationwide. This facility represents a triumph of engineering, where biological ingredients meet industrial precision to create a product we all rely on. The efficiency of this process is staggering. It takes roughly 10 kilograms of fresh onions to produce just 1 kilogram of powder. Sustainability is also a priority. Advanced water treatment systems recycle the washing water, minimizing the environmental footprint of the factory. Even the waste has a purpose. peels and roots are converted into nutrient-rich compost, returning value back to the agricultural cycle. Engineers constantly monitor the efficiency of the line, looking for small adjustments that can save energy or improve product quality. With digital control systems, operators can fine-tune every variable of the production line without ever touching the product manually. Regular maintenance schedules ensure that these complex machines run smoothly for years, preventing costly breakdowns and production stoppages. The mechanical harmony of gears, belts, and motors creates a symphony of production that drives the modern food industry forward. Back at the farm, the cycle begins anew, with agronomists preparing the soil to ensure the next harvest is just as bountiful. Precision agriculture technology allows farmers to plant seeds with millimeter accuracy, maximizing the yield potential of every acre of land. Automated irrigation systems provide the growing plants with the exact amount of water they need, conserving resources while ensuring growth. Over several months, the onions absorb nutrients from the soil, developing the complex flavor compounds that we will later concentrate into powder. Modern farmers use drone technology to monitor crop health from the sky, identifying issues before they can affect the final harvest. When the harvest window opens, work continues through the night, as timing is critical to getting the onions out of the ground. Regardless of weather conditions, the supply chain must remain unbroken to keep the factory fed and the production lines running. The journey from farm to factory is the bridge between nature's chaotic elements and the controlled environment of industrial processing. To extend the processing season, vast quantities of onions are stored in climate-controlled warehouses that mimic the conditions of winter. Sophisticated ventilation systems prevent moisture buildup in storage, keeping the dormant onions fresh for months until they are needed. Automated guided vehicles retrieve pallets from storage on demand, feeding the production line with robotic precision and efficiency. The dormant onions are awakened from their cold storage slumber as they are tipped onto the line to begin their transformation. Even with perfect storage, a secondary inspection is required to remove any bulbs that may have spoiled before they enter the washer. The washing water darkens as it does its job, stripping away the dust of the fields and the storage facility effectively. Behind the scenes, filtration units work tirelessly to clean the wash water, allowing it to be reused efficiently in a continuous loop. Before any cutting begins, the whole onions pass through metal detectors to protect the delicate slicing blades from potential damage. The blades used in this facility are made from high-grade surgical steel, capable of maintaining their razor-sharp edge for thousands of cuts. Automated sharpening systems hone the blades at regular intervals, ensuring that every cut is clean and precise to preserve cell structure. Laser micrometers measure the thickness of the slices in real time, feeding data back to the slicer to adjust for any deviations. Any slices that do not meet the strict thickness criteria are automatically diverted, maintaining the high standard of the premium product line. The slicing process releases allicin, the compound responsible for the onion's aroma, which requires powerful ventilation systems to manage for worker comfort. Industrial-grade ventilation hoods capture the intense fumes, scrubbing the air clean before it is released back into the outside environment. A pre-drying stage gently removes surface water using warm air, preparing the slices for the more intense heat of the main tunnel. As the cellular structure collapses due to water loss, the slices curl and twist, taking on the characteristic shape of dried onions. Energy efficiency is maximized by heat recovery systems that capture warmth from the exhaust air and use it to preheat incoming air. The sound of the product changes dramatically. What was once a wet, heavy vegetable is now a light, dry, and crispy flake. Color sensors ensure the flakes are a bright, appetizing gold. Any dark or burnt pieces are instantly detected and removed. The dried flakes are temporarily stored in large silos, allowing the drying line to run continuously, even if the packaging line pauses. Vibrating bottoms on the silos ensure a smooth, consistent flow of material into the milling room, preventing any blockages. The milling room is soundproof to protect workers, as the high-speed impact mills generate significant noise while crushing the dried flakes. Friction from grinding generates heat, so the powder is immediately cooled to preserve its volatile flavor oils and prevent caking. For certain product lines, a minute amount of anti-caking agent is added to ensure the powder remains free-flowing in humid climates. Large ribbon blenders mix the powder batches thoroughly, guaranteeing that the first jar filled is exactly the same as the last. Solubility tests confirm that the powder will dissolve seamlessly into sauces and soups, leaving no gritty texture behind. A panel of sensory experts conducts taste tests, ensuring the flavor profile matches the specific requirements of the client's recipe. Once all tests are passed, a digital certificate of analysis is generated, authorizing the batch to proceed to final packaging. Packaging materials pass through a UV sterilization tunnel immediately before filling, eliminating any potential surface contamination. Laser coaters etch the batch number and expiration date onto every package, providing full traceability for the life of the product. Vision systems verify that the code is legible. If a code is missing or blurry, the package is automatically rejected. Checkweighers weigh every single finished package, instantly rejecting any that fall even slightly outside the strict weight tolerances. A final X-ray inspection scans the sealed packages, looking through the packaging to ensure absolute safety for the consumer. Shipping labels with tracking barcodes are applied, integrating the physical product into the digital inventory management system. The finished pallets are loaded into shipping containers, ready to be exported to food manufacturers and markets across the globe. Once loaded, the containers are sealed and locked, securing the valuable cargo for its journey across oceans and continents. The trucks leave the facility, completing the cycle that began in the fields, delivering high-quality nutrition to the world. In professional kitchens, chefs rely on this consistent, high-quality powder to deliver precise flavor profiles to their signature dishes. And in homes everywhere, it simplifies cooking, adding the savory taste of onions without the tears of chopping fresh ones. It is a hidden hero in the food industry, a key ingredient in everything from snack chips to instant noodle seasonings. Back at the plant, the lights never go out. The facility continues to hum with activity, preparing for the next day's delivery. Sanitation crews work diligently during scheduled breaks to maintain the pristine hygiene standards required for food production. Specialized foaming agents break down organic residue, ensuring that every nook and cranny of the machinery is sterilized. Hot water rinses leave the stainless steel surfaces sparkling clean and sterile, ready for the next batch of fresh onions. Data analytics play a huge role in modern manufacturing, helping managers optimize output and reduce waste with every shift. Looking ahead, the future of this industry involves even more automation, with AI-driven systems predicting maintenance and quality needs. In the fields, autonomous solar robots will likely replace heavy tractors, tending to each plant individually for sustainable farming. Renewable energy integration is becoming standard, with factories generating their own clean power to run these energy-intensive drying processes. Future facilities aim for zero liquid discharge, recycling every drop of water used in the process to protect local resources. Innovations in packaging materials will soon see the widespread use of fully biodegradable films, eliminating plastic waste completely. But despite all the technology, the core of the process remains simple: preserving the essence of nature's flavor. It is a bridge between the earth and the table, transforming a humble root vegetable into a versatile culinary necessity. Behind every machine and automated line are the dedicated people whose expertise ensures the system runs safely and efficiently. Training methods are evolving too, with virtual reality helping new technicians master complex machinery before stepping onto the floor. Collaborative robots, or cobots, are working alongside humans, taking over repetitive tasks while people focus on complex decision-making. From this vantage point, we can appreciate the sheer complexity and beauty of modern industrial food production engineering. The conveyor belt is the lifeline of the factory, a ceaseless river of productivity that feeds the world's appetite. In just a few hours, a bulb pulled from the soil completes its incredible metamorphosis into a shelf-stable spice. Adherence to international standards like ISO and HACCP is not just a rule, but a commitment to consumer safety. Transparency is increasing, with many facilities opening their doors to show partners and consumers exactly how their food is made. As the sun sets over the fields, we are reminded that all this technology relies on the simple bounty of nature. While the fields rest, the factory shines on, a beacon of industry, ensuring that our supermarket shelves are never empty. Facilities like this are the backbone of global food security, preserving perishable crops so they can be distributed anywhere. While we focused on air drying, other technologies like freeze drying are also emerging for ultra-premium onion products. Different processing methods yield different results, giving food formulators a wide palette of onion ingredients to choose from. Beyond food, the potent compounds in onions are also extracted for use in nutritional supplements and natural medicinal remedies. The volatile oils captured during the drying process can be condensed and sold separately as a high-value flavoring essence. Modern processing philosophy dictates that nothing is wasted. Every molecule of the vegetable is utilized for its specific value. There is a stark, industrial beauty in these stainless steel cathedrals of production, designed with singular purpose and function. The rhythmic clatter of the packaging line and the hum of the dryers form the heartbeat of the manufacturing economy. We have traveled a long way from the muddy intake pit through the washing and peeling zones that prepared our material. We witnessed the transformation in the slicers and dryers, where heat and airflow worked their magic on the fresh produce. And finally, we observed the precision of milling and packaging, ensuring that the product reaches you in perfect condition. It takes a village of skilled professionals, from farmers to engineers, to keep this complex supply chain moving smoothly. As technology advances, we can expect even higher levels of efficiency, sustainability, and quality in the food we eat. Next time you reach for that jar of onion powder, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey it traveled. It is a journey of science, engineering, and agriculture, all working together to bring flavor to your dining table. Factory Automation Future is dedicated to showing you the hidden worlds of manufacturing that power our modern way of life. If you enjoyed this deep dive into onion processing, you won't want to miss our upcoming feature on garlic production. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you are the first to see our new videos. Please like this video if you found it educational and share it with friends who are curious about how things are made. We love hearing from you, so leave a comment below telling us which factory or production line we should visit next. Thank you for watching Factory Automation Future. Subscribe now to discover more amazing manufacturing secrets in our next exciting episode.